Well, 2 videos in one day. Wow. I think this might be a first for me. Okay, so this is a really complicated question. um, I had some things happen lately, recently, that I've had some people in my life kind of in a roundabout sort of weird way kind of ask me this question, and it's a question I've avoided because I don't like labels. I will be the first one to tell you. I don't like labels. But if the broom fits, okay, let's get into it. Gosh, am I a witch? Gosh, I mean, so I guess first of all we have to break it down, and we have to ask, what is a witch? Wow. That's a hard question. Is it literally somebody with a crooked pointy nose and wears a funny hat? Um Probably not. I mean, I think my nose is okay. Last time I checked, my nose is cool. Do I wear funny hats? Yeah, sometimes. But no, really, in all seriousness, what is a witch? Oh yeah, I think it's somebody that works with energy. It is somebody that works with energy. I think it is that simple. And I guess if we break it down to that, I'm guilty as charged. The reason I don't like the label is because I know I've had at least one past life where I was executed as a witch, and probably more. I mean, there's probably more, but there's one I have clear memory of that I definitely know that was part of the indictment against me. So maybe that's why I've really resisted, just totally embracing that label. That being said, I want to dispel a few things. Okay, now Mike was a little afraid of me. He really, oh gosh, bless his heart. Um, he really thought there were times when he's like, "Did you cast a spell on me?" And I'm like, "No, dude, seriously. I do not have that. I don't have that kind of time and energy to spend on you. I'm like, I get that you think highly of yourself, but." And he's not the only dude that has asked me that. There have been others. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, and we're gonna we're just gonna address that part of the accusations. No, I don't sit around, like casting spells on unsuspecting men to interfere with their free will. I'm just going to say that. I it's really, actually, it's kind of funny. I'm kind of flattered that they would think that, but no, I don't. I don't have that kind of time, and that is seriously not where I spend my energy. I really don't. Um, have I casted spells on people? Um, yes, yes, I have, but they're few and far between. And what is a spell, really? Let's break it down. It really is just it is a I even hate the word ritual, but okay, it's a ritual that you do to focus energy. So, um, yeah. So, but I don't, and I haven't in years. But I'm gonna tell you what. In the last few weeks, I've had people cross my path that are so, I'm just gonna say evil, that I have had to, I've had to use some energetic tools, to combat that level of attack. And is that wrong? No, I don't think it's wrong. I and a lot of people will talk about ethics and karma. Well, first of all, I'm to the point where I no longer believe in karma. Okay, I mean, there's this thing about the law of threefold karma. If you cast a spell, it's going to come back to you three times. I don't believe that anymore. I think we're in such a I think we're in such a time with evil on full display that I think we have to really use every little tool in our toolbox to combat it. And am I willing to do that? Yeah, I am. So what kind of things have I done recently? Well, mostly freezer spells. And if you don't know what those are, it's like literally using paper and you write the person's name and your intent, and you put it in the freezer with like a quartz crystal, and it will freeze them from um, being allowed to do you harm. But no. Speaking of, like, gosh, even my own daughter, I don't know if she believes this or not, but so my daughter and her guy were having a bit of a rough patch over the last month. And she called me and she said, she told her guy, she said, "Have you forgotten who my mother is?" And she told him, she said, "She practices dark magic." And I said, "Kayla, you did not." I had to laugh, though. I mean, it's funny, but it's not funny. No, I don't sacrifice animals. I don't do crazy shit. Um, what I will say is that if you want to attack me in any way, I'm going to meet force with force. And I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty good at what I do, so the that just let that sink in, okay? But would I ever hurt anybody that isn't hurting me intentionally? No. And do I when I take any energetic action, it is always very well thought out. I don't take it lightly. But I think we're like I said, I think we're in a time where we have to use whatever we have in our toolbox to defend ourselves. So um gosh, yeah, I mean, I get back to the original question, am I a witch? God, yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe. As I sit here looking at my picture with the witch hat. Like I said, I don't like labels. I do really identify with that whole witchy element, though. I do. Um and I've even had people say, "Are you a white witch?" And I'm like, "Well, probably not." In all reality, probably not. I think I'm more like what you would call a gray witch. I'm a gray witch. That's what I am. A white witch is somebody that runs around in love and light. And honestly, I don't think that really applies to me. Like I said, if somebody comes at me, I'm going to meet force with force. One of the one of the spells I've done recently, if you want to call it a spell, but whatever. I really get tired of the scam calls and just that whole element. So I kind of did a blanket casting that anybody that contacts me with that intent is, they're gonna have some problems. I even sent one. I got one via text the other day, and I wrote the whole thing out on paper, and then I took a screenshot and I sent it to him. And I said, it's really simple for you to lift this. I don't know, hex. I guess I hate that word. I really hate the word. It sounds awful, but it's really easy for you to turn this around. All you have to do is stop doing what you're doing, and it will stop. So I'm all about using energy to right wrongs and to you know for social justice and for the common good, I guess. I take no shit, I will tell you that. But am I gonna, like, if you cut me off in traffic, am I gonna curse you or do anything crazy? No, I'm not. And I love my daughter, but and we had a good chuckle over it. But no, I am certainly not gonna do anything nuts to my son-in-law because him and my daughter had an argument. But I did think it was really funny, and it probably got his attention. But no, to answer your question, people think that I sit around, like by the light of the full moon casting spells. Honestly, I don't have to anymore. I think I've gotten so good at working with energy that for the most part, I don't need those physical tools anymore. So no. And sometimes I don't even know that I'm doing it. Like I was talking, gosh, to a friend a few days ago, and I had somebody steal some stuff out of my garden, and I'm like, that's really messed up. And we're kind of talking. The last person that came into my yard, I had like a bunch of organite and crystals sitting out in my yard, and this woman came along, this homeless woman, and she wanted to use my hose, and she had her dog. And not only did I invite her into my space, I got her tea, gave her something to eat, made sure she was okay. And then she stole from me. She stole my organite and my crystals. And then, like 6 hours later, I found out that she got arrested on some weird charge. And I think she died in jail. And I'm like, oh, shit, did I do that? I mean, I don't know. Not on purpose, but I will say that people that cross me tend to have somewhat negative outcomes, but it's not intentional. Really, it really isn't. I don't sit around and um, yeah, I don't sit around doing the I don't have a cauldron that I light up every full moon and do wild shit. So I don't know if I answered the question. I really don't. Um, I think we're right back where we started. Am I a witch? Yeah, probably. I mean, I think a lot of strong, independent females are kind of by default branded as witches. So I guess, I am definitely not one to go along with the whole patriarchy thing. And I'm a disruptor. I guess I'm a witch. Huh. Damn. I think we answered my own question. I guess I'm a witch, and I think I'm proud to be so. We got there. Yay! But gentlemen, please, please, bitches, do not think I'm casting love spells on you. I have much better things to do. And quite frankly, yeah, I mean, you guys are great, but please check yourselves. Come on. I'm good, but I'm not that good. So anyway, a little humor. But yeah, so I think we went all the way around, and I think we got the question answered. And I don't know how I feel about it, but anyway, Yeah, so I mean, if you are somebody that works with energy, male, female, whatever you identify as, yeah, you're a witch. Yay! Good job. Proud of you and embrace it. So, hope that answers all the wild rumors that have been circulating. Anyway, gosh, yeah, it's Saturday night, and I I don't know. I don't even know if it's a full moon. Maybe I'll go. Maybe I'll go dance under the full moon. I hope you do too. Anyway, have a great one.